Grew up on a ranch, and there was no career and tech ed in the school that I attended, and no ag program at all. And so when I went to the University of Idaho, they had a program called Ag Education. I thought, well, I'll get educated about agriculture. And then I found out, whoa, they teach this stuff in the schools. Got my first high school teaching job in western Wyoming, and I flat fell in love with it. I think the passion for me comes from my students, and I think I've mentioned that a couple of times in this process. I feed off of my students. And it doesn't matter where I've been. I taught in Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska, and Nevada. And students, if you approach them right and you're on their side and you try like crazy to help them out, they're the best. And what I've realized was when I teach a class, I'm not just teaching the students in front of me. I'm teaching them and their kids and their kids. And if you do it right, you can have a much greater impact on the world than just the student sitting in front of you. I truly believe that we need to leave the world better than what we found it, and I keep trying. Well, I like it when my students succeed, and so I try to encourage them to try to figure out how to make it work, how to continue to involve their administrators so that they can get their administrators to give them support so that they can continue to do great things. And then when they come and tell me about that, it's like, yeah, that's what I've been talking about. The biggest challenge I think that we have is to maintain our status within higher education. And current technical education is something that we've seen so many programs get shrink up and sometimes disappear. And a lot of it comes because of the fact that you have to, as a CTE teacher, continue to sell your program. What you have to do is you have to work really hard to do the things that need to be done, and then you go looking for the support. No one's going to give you money ahead of time. That's the biggest problems I see are funding and promotions. As CTE teachers, we're like lone rangers out there. There isn't like 4 English teachers that can talk to each other about some of the problems they're having. There's one ag teacher or there's one business teacher, and who do they talk to? If you get to go to conference, either the national or the state conference, then you find out that, whoa, I'm not the only one having this problem, and guess what? There are some senior teachers who have some good advice on how to deal with that. And one of the problems I think that we're always facing in CTE is new teachers get in and get out pretty quick. Not all of them, but if we lose them, we're going to lose them within the first 3 years. And they're going, you know, I can't do that. I'll go do something else. And what we have to do is if we can get them going from the very get-go, then what we're going to have is we're going to have a whole bunch of young teachers coming up through that stay in there and do what it is that needs to be done.